Human diplomatic guards appeared unarmed, and the council paid the price. HFY Sci-fi, the Galactic Council station, hung in the void like a giant glass jewel. It was a place where the most powerful species of the galaxy came together to make decisions. Some species were massive, with armor-like skin and sharp claws. Others had long tentacles, strange eyes, or multiple voices. All of them carried themselves with pride. They believed themselves superior to any newcomer. On the station's central chamber, representatives sat in a wide circle. Glowing panels lit the floor and ceiling, casting soft lights on everyone. Each council member had guards, weapons, and shields. The air hummed with quiet tension. The council was meeting to discuss human expansion into nearby systems. Humans had appeared in the galaxy only a few decades ago, but already they had built colonies and trade routes. Some species saw this as a threat, others did not care. Many thought humans were too fragile to matter. The humans arrived quietly. Their diplomatic ship was small and unassuming. It moved smoothly through the station's dock, its hull gleaming but showing no weapons. Some council members noticed this and whispered to each other. One of the largest aliens laughed. "They come in peace," it said, "or maybe they think we will not notice them." Another agreed. "They are soft, unarmed, easy prey." Inside the ship, the human delegation prepared to enter the council chamber. Jack Turner, the lead diplomat, checked his uniform. It was simple, dark, and neat. He did not carry a weapon. Behind him, Olivia Brooks adjusted her sleeve, hiding a small device under the fabric. Ethan Cole and Grace Morgan followed calmly. All four humans walked with steady steps as if they belonged in the chamber, even though most of the council had never seen a human in person. The chamber doors opened silently. All eyes turned toward the humans. Whispers spread. Some aliens leaned forward, others scowled. The humans entered in perfect order, hands empty. They bowed politely to the council, showing respect but not fear. Jack began to speak. "We come in peace," he said. His voice was calm, even, and firm. "Our people want trade, discussion, and friendship. We do not seek conflict. We only ask for fair dealings in space." Some council members interrupted him. A tall alien with 6 arms waved one sharply. "Your people are weak," it said in a deep voice. "You should not be here. You are nothing compared to us. Why do you come alone?" Another council member hissed. "We should capture them. Take them to our worlds and show them who is in charge. They will obey or die." Jack did not react to their insults. He only nodded slightly as if he understood. Olivia's eyes scanned the room. She noticed every movement, every subtle shift in posture. She noted the position of the guards, the weapons, and the hidden cameras. Nothing escaped her attention. The council discussion grew louder. One alien complained that humans were expanding into rich mining systems. Another said humans were spying on their fleets. Jack continued to speak calmly. "Our expansion does not harm you," he said. "We seek only peaceful trade. If your people are threatened, we can discuss boundaries and treaties. Violence is unnecessary." The aliens laughed at this. They thought humans were naive. They believed that strength was only shown through weapons and threats. They did not understand human ways. The humans had trained for this. They had studied every major alien power. They knew how to survive in council chambers and on hostile planets. After an hour of discussion, the council decided to end the session. Some aliens still whispered insults, but most assumed nothing would happen. The humans were unarmed. They were soft, fragile, and slow. The aggressive species issued secret orders to capture them as soon as they left the chamber. As the humans walked toward the exit, one guard stepped forward to block Jack.
"You will come with us," it said. Its voice was harsh and threatening.
Other guards moved closer, weapons raised. The chamber fell silent, waiting for the humans to react. Jack stopped. He raised his hands slowly. "May I ask why?" he said. His voice remained calm. The guard did not answer immediately. Then it said, "Your people will remain as guests until your government agrees to our demands." Ethan glanced at Grace. She nodded ever so slightly. Olivia's eyes narrowed. The humans were still calm, but inside they were ready. The first guard stepped closer to grab Jack. The moment he touched him, something strange happened. The floor beneath the humans lit up faintly. The guard stumbled backward as if pushed by a strong force. His weapon shut down and clicked uselessly. More guards rushed in, but their weapons failed one by one. Lights flickered. Panels flashed warnings. No one understood what was happening. Some council members gasped. They had never seen anything like this. Olivia's devices activated silently. A wave of energy spread through the room, invisible but strong. Armor systems froze. Targeting systems failed. Doors that were locked suddenly unlocked, then sealed again under human control. Jack stepped forward calmly. "We came here to speak, not to fight," he said. "But we never come helpless." Outside the chamber, the human small ships that were thought to be far away appeared suddenly from stealth. Their presence was quiet but clear. Every alien in the chamber felt the shift in power. The council members looked at each other nervously. They had thought humans were soft, weak, and unarmed. They had been wrong. Every human diplomat carried hidden devices, micro-drones and implants that made them capable of defending themselves against armies. The council chamber was silent now. The humans stood with hands empty, voices calm, and faces composed. The aliens had no idea how powerful they truly were. Jack spoke again, his voice even and polite. "We came in peace. If you continue with aggression, the consequences will be severe. We do not need to fight, but we are prepared for all outcomes." Olivia moved slightly, almost invisible, making tiny adjustments to the hidden devices under her sleeves. Ethan positioned himself near the chamber controls. Grace activated the small drones that floated silently around the humans, unseen but ready. The council members whispered nervously. Some tried to reach for their weapons, but the devices stopped them. Some attempted to contact reinforcements, but signals were blocked. The humans had prepared everything in advance. Nothing could be sent without their knowledge. Jack turned to leave the chamber. The humans walked slowly, deliberately. No one dared stop them. The aggressive species realized that capturing the diplomats was a mistake. They had misjudged humans completely. As the humans left the chamber, the council understood something important. Humans appeared unarmed, but that was only an appearance. Every diplomat was trained to protect themselves and control the situation. Every small device they carried was a weapon in disguise. Every calm word was backed by experience and preparation. Outside the chamber, the humans boarded their ship. Jack looked at his team. "Good work," he said quietly. "They will think twice before underestimating us again." Olivia smiled slightly. "They already are," she said. Ethan nodded. Grace activated the ship's systems, returning it to full stealth mode. The council members watched the ship leave. They were shocked. They had expected weak humans. Instead, they had encountered diplomats who were stronger, smarter, and more prepared than any of them had imagined. Fear spread among the aggressive members. They realized that any future aggression against humans would carry a heavy price. In the quiet of space, the human delegation felt calm. They had come in peace. They had left with control. No shots were fired. No one was harmed, but the message was clear. Humans were not to be underestimated. Appearances could be deceiving, and in this galaxy, humans had learned how to use that to their advantage. As the human ship disappeared into the stars, the council chamber was left in silence. Whispers of fear, respect, and disbelief spread quickly. The other species would talk about this for years. Humans were small, unarmed in appearance, and polite. But they were a force that no one could ignore. And so the galaxy began to understand something new. Humans were peaceful when they wished to be, but they were prepared for anything. A human diplomat's calm hand could stop armies. A human voice could command respect, and what looked like weakness was often the greatest strength of all. The human delegation returned to their home world, calm and proud. Jack, Olivia, Ethan, and Grace knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy would try to challenge them again, but every challenge would be met with skill, planning, and calm strength. Humans had shown the first lesson. Never assume a human is defenseless, even when they appear unarmed. And far away, the council members planned cautiously. The species that had ordered the capture were shaken. They realized they had made a grave mistake. The humans were clever, prepared, and dangerous in ways that no one could see at first glance. The galaxy had learned a lesson the hard way. The humans' peaceful mission had succeeded. They had arrived unarmed in appearance, but the Council had paid the price for underestimating them. The galaxy would never forget the quiet, calm diplomats who carried hidden power, intelligence, and the patience to strike only when necessary. The council chamber was quiet after the humans left. Some aliens whispered nervously. Others sat frozen. The aggressive species that had planned to capture the humans were shaken. They could not believe how easily their weapons and systems had failed. Panic spread through their ranks. Jack Turner and his team returned to their ship, still calm. The doors closed, sealing them inside. Olivia checked the systems one last time. Tiny drones floated around the ship, invisible, monitoring every angle. Ethan adjusted the stealth systems. Grace ran a quick scan of the surrounding space. Everything was perfect. No one had followed them. Dorn had attacked. Yet they knew this was only the beginning. Back on the council station, the aggressive alien leader, a tall creature with dark armored skin and 3 eyes, called an emergency meeting with the council. His voice shook with anger. "These humans are not weak," he growled. "They are more dangerous than any of us thought. We cannot ignore them. We must strike again." Other council members argued. Some were scared. Some still wanted to attack. One with long tentacles said, "We cannot allow them to expand without limits. They may be peaceful, but they are clever. They have tricks we do not understand. We must prepare carefully." The aggressive leader refused to listen. He ordered his fleet to prepare for a strike. Massive warships rose from the docks, glowing with energy. Soldiers armed themselves with plasma rifles and shields. They planned to capture human diplomats by force, thinking that humans had only one ship. They did not know how many fleets humans had in stealth. On the human ship, Jack turned to his team. "They will not stop," he said. "They think we are only diplomats. They do not understand. We must be ready." Olivia nodded. "Our devices are ready," she said. "Our drones, implants, and networks can handle their fleets. We just need to make the first move carefully." Ethan studied the screens. "They are preparing weapons. They have not realized we can see every signal. Their fleet movements are slow and visible to us. We can act before they reach the station." Grace added, "They still think we are unarmed diplomats. That is our advantage. They will make mistakes if we remain calm and patient." Hours passed. The humans monitored the station. The aggressive species was mobilizing. Warships left the docks, heading toward deep space. The human small ship remained hidden, its position unknown. Jack made a quiet decision. It was time to send a warning, not a fight. Humans did not want war unless forced. Jack sent a signal. It was small, precise, and invisible to ordinary scans. It reached the council station instantly. Inside the chamber, alarms rang. The council members looked at each other in confusion. Doors sealed automatically. Weapon systems shut down again. The aliens realized too late that humans could control technology remotely, even from their ship. Olivia activated more drones. They floated silently around the human ship, monitoring all signals from the station. Any attempt to launch weapons was blocked. Any message sent to fleets was intercepted. The humans had prepared everything. The council could no longer communicate freely. Jack spoke to the council. His voice was calm, amplified through hidden speakers. "We wish peace," he said, "but any attempt to attack human diplomats will fail. Your fleets, weapons, and systems can be disabled without harm. We do not wish to fight, but we are ready to defend ourselves and our people." The aggressive leader's eyes widened. He had not expected this. His voice shook as he said, "We must act now. We cannot let them gain more power. Our fleets are strong. We will overwhelm them." Ethan smiled slightly. "They still do not understand," he whispered. "They think numbers matter. They do not know how prepared we are." Grace activated the drones around the human's ship. They created invisible shields, hard and strong. Any attack from outside would bounce off without touching the ship. The humans could move freely and the aliens could not touch them. Outside the station, small signals flickered. Human ships thought to be far away, decloaked in silent motion. Hundreds of small vessels moved quickly, surrounding the council station. They were invisible to ordinary scans. The aggressive species had no idea how many human ships were near. Panic spread through the station. Jack turned to his team. "They are ready to act," he said. "But we will not attack unless they force us. Our goal is to protect diplomats and prevent war. We will show strength without firing a single shot."
Olivia's eyes scanned the station.
She saw secret weapons being loaded onto alien ships. She intercepted the signals and disabled them. The ships were ready, but their weapons no longer worked. The aggressive leader realized his plans were falling apart. Every move he made was anticipated. Every signal he sent was blocked. The council members looked terrified. Some tried to reason with the aggressive leader.
"Stop this," one said. "They are too strong."
"We cannot fight humans openly. We must negotiate."
The aggressive leader ignored them. He sent another fleet toward the humans.
Immediately their ship slowed. Signals failed. His military uniform is soaked in his blood. Weapons would not fire. The humans' drones had overridden their systems. Panic turned to fear. Jack decided to show the humans' final warning. He activated a visual display across the council chamber. Images of distant human fleets, fully armed and ready, appeared. The fleets were large, powerful, and precise. The council members could see thousands of human ships in formation, each ready to act.
"This is what we can do if you attack human diplomats," Jack said. "We do not wish to fight.
We wish only for peace. But any attempt to harm us will be met with full defense. The consequences will be severe." The aggressive leader's hands shook. He had underestimated humans. He had assumed they were fragile, soft, and unarmed. Now he saw the truth. Humans were clever, patient, and deadly when necessary. Every diplomat carried hidden power. Every calm word was backed by planning and strength. Ethan moved quietly. He intercepted more signals, shutting down weapon systems on the fleet. Small drones disabled engines temporarily. The aggressive species could not move quickly. Their advantage of speed and numbers was gone. Grace activated a signal that revealed the aggressive fleet's position to other council members. Some aliens were shocked. They realized the humans had full control over the situation. The aggressive leader could no longer act alone. He was isolated, and his forces were trapped by human technology. Olivia's drones projected subtle energy fields around the human ship, making it impossible to detect, target, or attack. Jack knew they had complete control. He spoke again to the council. "Your species must understand. Humans are not defenseless. We may appear unarmed, but every diplomat is capable of defending themselves. We do not attack unless forced. We do not threaten unless provoked. This is our way of peace." The aggressive leader's eyes widened. He realized that if he continued, he could lose everything. His ships were trapped. His technology had failed. His people could not communicate with fleets. The humans had full control without firing a single shot. The council chamber erupted in whispers. Some members said humans were stronger than any species had imagined. Others said they were clever and patient. Fear spread quickly. The aggressive leader felt trapped. He had made a grave mistake. Jack turned to his team.
"We have achieved our goal," he said softly. "No one was harmed."
No shots were fired. They understand now. Our diplomats are safe. The council has learned the price of underestimating humans.
Olivia smiled slightly. "They will not forget this," she said.
"And they will think twice before trying anything again." Ethan nodded. "They will plan carefully next time. They may even avoid conflict. That is the lesson humans teach without fighting." Grace checked the drones one last time. "We are invisible, untouchable, prepared," she said. "Our goal is peace. They cannot harm us, and they know it." The human ship returned to stealth. The council station was left in confusion and fear. Whispers spread among the aliens about the humans' power, their patience, and their cleverness. They realized humans were not only diplomats but guardians of their own safety. Every calm gesture, every polite word hid immense strength. Jack looked at his team. "This is only the beginning," he said. "We will continue to travel, speak, and negotiate, but now every species knows humans are prepared, clever, and patient. The galaxy will not underestimate us again."
Olivia, Ethan, and Grace nodded.
The humans had shown that diplomacy was a weapon as strong as any fleet. Their calm approach, hidden technology, and planning had prevented conflict while teaching the galaxy a lesson. Humans were peaceful when possible, powerful when needed. The council had learned something important. Appearances could be deceiving. Humans appeared soft and unarmed, but they were stronger, smarter, and more prepared than anyone had imagined. Any attempt to capture a human diplomat would come at a cost. Jack turned the ship toward home. He looked out at the stars. The galaxy was vast, full of unknown species and dangers. Humans had made their mark. They had shown that diplomacy, intelligence, and patience could be more powerful than fleets and weapons. As the ship moved silently through space, Jack thought about the future. Humans would continue to expand, trade, and explore. Every mission would be prepared carefully. Every diplomat would be a guardian. The galaxy had learned its first real lesson about humans. They were not helpless. They were never defenseless. And every species that underestimated them would pay the price. The humans' mission of peace was successful, but it had also taught a warning. Calm, polite, and unarmed in appearance, humans were a force that no one could ignore. They had shown restraint, patience, and skill. They had prepared for war without starting it, proving that the true power of humanity was not in aggression, but in intelligence, planning, and courage. And so, the humans continued their journey through the stars, ready for any challenge, prepared for any threat, and calm in every situation. The galaxy had learned that lesson. The humans were always ready even when they appeared unarmed. The council station was quiet, but the humans knew the threat was not gone. The aggressive species that had tried to capture them was regrouping. They had fleets scattered across the system, warships ready to attack if humans showed weakness. The council members were nervous, some whispering to each other about the humans' strange abilities and hidden power. Jack Turner looked out from the bridge of the human ship. His eyes were calm, but his mind raced. "They will test us again," he said. "We need to prepare for every possibility."
Olivia nodded.
"I have drones scanning every signal from the fleets," she said. "Any movement, any hidden ship, we will detect. They cannot hide from us." Ethan worked at the control panels. "Their weapon systems are still offline in several ships," he said. "We can track them and disable them further if needed. They think they are strong, but we control the battle before it even begins." Grace activated small surveillance drones that floated outside the ship. They were nearly invisible, each one tiny and fast. They could disable weapons, block communications, and monitor any fleet in the system. They moved like silent shadows, ready to act if the aggressive species tried anything. Back at the council station, the aggressive leader was angry and desperate. He had underestimated humans completely. His warships had been blocked, his fleets disabled remotely, and his plans had failed. He called a secret meeting with his commanders. "We cannot let humans control the system," he growled. "We must strike now. Even if it costs us everything, we will overwhelm them with numbers." One commander spoke carefully.
"Our weapons are not working properly. The humans seem to control technology remotely."
"Their ships are everywhere, unseen and ready. We risk losing everything if we attack." The aggressive leader slammed his clawed hand on the table. "I do not care. We will take our chance. They cannot escape forever." Jack and his team had anticipated this. Olivia's drones detected unusual movements in the fleet. Ethan traced signals from the leader's command ships. Grace monitored energy surges from hidden warships. The humans knew that any attack would be chaotic, but they were ready. Every diplomat was trained for situations like this. They had hidden devices, implants and drones that could act instantly. Jack spoke to the council station through a secure channel. "We do not wish to fight," he said calmly, "but any attack on human diplomats will fail. Your fleets, weapons, and systems are under our control. Leave them alone, or face consequences." The aggressive leader laughed bitterly. "We do not fear you," he said. "We will strike anyway. Humans are small, weak, and fragile. Your words cannot stop us."
Jack turned to his team. "Prepare the defensive grid," he said.
"This will show them the true strength of human diplomats." Olivia's drones moved rapidly. They spread invisible shields around the human ship, hard as metal and fast as light. Any attack would be blocked instantly. Ethan activated a network that disabled weapon systems in all enemy ships within range. Grace deployed more drones outside, monitoring every movement and ready to strike if needed. Suddenly, the aggressive species launched an attack. Small fighters sped toward the human ship. Weapons fired, but nothing worked. The humans' shields blocked every shot. The drones interfered with targeting systems, making it impossible for the attackers to aim. The enemy fleet became confused, unable to communicate properly. Panic spread quickly among their ranks.
Jack remained calm. "They are trying, but they are unprepared," he said.
"We do not need to attack yet. They will realize our power soon."
Olivia watched the displays. "They are sending larger ships," she said.
"Capital warships. They believe numbers matter, but they cannot harm us. We control everything." Ethan nodded. "Our drones can disable their engines and weapons before they reach us. They cannot predict our actions. We are always ahead." Grace activated a signal that revealed hidden fleets to the council station. The aggressive leader realized too late that other species were now aware of the humans' power. Whispers of fear and respect spread quickly. Some council members were shocked to see humans controlling so many aspects of the system. The human ship moved calmly through space. It did not fire a shot. Yet enemy ships were disabled, unable to attack. Trapped in invisible fields, the council and other species saw that humans could control the battlefield without ever leaving their vessel. Jack turned to his team. "We have shown restraint," he said. "Now it is time to warn them further. The aggressive leader must understand that attacking diplomats is foolish. Olivia sent a signal to all fleets in the system." It was a warning. Any attack on human diplomats would result in immediate loss of ships, systems, and positions. Every fleet, every commander could see the proof. The humans had already disabled weapons and engines, controlled drones in every key location, and monitored every hidden movement. The aggressive leader's eyes widened. He had underestimated humans completely. His fleets were trapped, his weapons failed, and his command was compromised. The humans had shown that they could defend without fighting and attack without firing a single shot. Ethan smiled. "They still think we are diplomats," he said. "They do not see the full power behind our calm words and empty hands." Grace nodded. "We control every move they make," she said. "Every fleet, every signal, every attempt to attack." "They are trapped without realizing it." Jack spoke through the council channel. "This is the choice. Leave human diplomats alone and return to your stations. Any attack will fail. We do not wish to harm anyone, but we are prepared for all outcomes." The aggressive leader's hands shook. He realized he had lost control. His fleet could not move. His weapons did not work, and every attempt to communicate was blocked. He was trapped by humans who appeared unarmed.
The council members looked at him nervously.
Whispers of fear spread quickly. Olivia's drones disabled hidden weapons and monitored all movements. Ethan's systems controlled enemy engines and signals. Grace's network revealed hidden positions and prevented surprises. Jack coordinated all actions calmly. Humans were everywhere, yet invisible, ready to act if necessary. The aggressive leader tried to retreat, but the humans anticipated this. Small drones followed his ships, blocking engines and disabling weapons. He realized too late that the humans had predicted every move. His fleet was trapped, his soldiers panicked, and the council watched helplessly. Jack turned to his team. "This is the lesson," he said. "They learned that diplomacy is not weakness, Preparation, patience, and planning are stronger than weapons alone. Olivia smiled. They will not forget this, she said. The galaxy has seen the hidden power of humans. Ethan nodded. Our calm approach teaches respect, he said. We can control situations without fighting, but we can defend and act instantly if needed. Grace activated the last set of drones. They projected invisible fields that protected human diplomats completely. Any attack would be blocked. Any fleet trying to interfere would be disabled. Humans controlled the battlefield silently without firing a shot. Jack spoke one final time to the council. Our diplomats are always prepared. We appear unarmed, but every person here can defend themselves and control technology to protect lives. Aggression will fail. Patience and intelligence are our true weapons. The council members looked at each other. Fear and respect filled the room. They realized that humans had taught a lesson that would not be forgotten. Diplomacy was a weapon and calmness could control fleets. Humans had shown the galaxy a new kind of power. Outside the station, the aggressive leader's fleet was trapped, confused, and powerless. The humans' quiet preparation had prevented war. The council understood the truth. Humans appeared soft and unarmed, but they were clever, prepared, and capable of controlling the outcome without direct violence. Jack turned the ship toward the next waypoint. We have shown restraint, he said. His expression was calm, as always. We have given them a chance, he said. Now it is time to end this without unnecessary harm. We will show the galaxy that humans can be strong and fair.
Olivia nodded.
I will continue monitoring all fleets, she said. Any attempt to attack will fail instantly. Our drones and systems will control the battlefield completely. Ethan focused on the control panels. We can disable any hidden weapons or fleets in seconds, he said. They will have no choice but to follow our terms. Grace activated more invisible drones around the human ship. They were fast, silent, and ready. The ship itself remained calm, invisible, and untouchable. Any aggressive move from enemy fleets would be blocked before it even began. Back at the council station, the aggressive leader sat nervously. He had underestimated humans completely. His fleets were trapped, his weapons were useless, and he had no way to communicate freely. Whispers of fear spread among other council members. They realized the humans had full control of the situation, even from a small ship. Jack opened communication to the council chamber. His voice was calm, polite, and firm. We are here to protect our diplomats, he said. Any attack on them will fail. We do not wish to fight, but we are prepared for all outcomes. This is your final warning. The aggressive leader's three eyes widened. He tried to speak, but every attempt to send a command to his fleet failed. His soldiers looked at him in fear. The humans' control over technology and signals was absolute. The leader realized that any further aggression would be total defeat. Olivia sent another signal to all fleets, showing the full extent of human control. Weapons offline, engines disabled, hidden drones monitoring, and positions tracked. The aggressive species could see that resistance was useless. The council members were also shown the evidence. Humans had prepared everything and had acted with restraint. Jack turned to his team. Prepare the final phase, he said. We will secure the situation peacefully but firmly. Ethan nodded. We can disable the remaining warships without damage, he said. They will have no choice but to comply. Grace activated a subtle network that created invisible fields around the remaining fleets. Ships could not move, weapons could not fire, and communications were blocked. The aggressive leader tried to escape, but every attempt failed. The humans controlled the battlefield completely, yet no lives were lost. Jack addressed the council once more. We will protect our diplomats, he said. We do not attack unless forced. You now have a choice. Release your claims, end aggression, and return to peaceful conduct. Resist, and your fleets will be immobilized permanently. Humans do not wish to harm you, but we are prepared to act to defend ourselves. The council members looked at each other. Fear and respect filled the room. Some species immediately agreed to comply. They realized the humans' power was beyond anything they had imagined. The aggressive leader hesitated, but he saw no other option. His fleets were trapped, and humans controlled every possible movement. Olivia's drones disabled the engines and weapons of the remaining warships. Ethan monitored the signals, ensuring no unexpected attacks could occur. Grace revealed hidden positions of any fleets attempting to hide. The aggressive leader's soldiers could only watch in helpless fear. Jack spoke again. "This is your opportunity to end conflict. Release your claims, admit your mistakes, and return to peaceful conduct."
We do not wish to fight, but we will defend our people and diplomats fully.
The aggressive leader's voice trembled. He ordered his fleets to stand down. The ships powered down, weapons deactivated, and soldiers surrendered control to council oversight. The humans' restraint had forced complete compliance without a single human firing a weapon. The council chamber erupted in whispers. Many members were shocked by what had happened. They had underestimated humans completely. The species that had plotted aggression had been defeated silently, without violence, and now they had to admit it. Jack turned to his team. "Well done," he said quietly. "We have secured the diplomats, protected human interests, and shown restraint. The galaxy has learned a lesson about underestimating humans." Olivia smiled slightly. "They will think twice before challenging us again," she said. "Every species knows that diplomacy can be a hidden weapon." Ethan nodded. "We controlled every movement, every signal, every fleet," he said, "and we did it without firing a shot. They cannot forget this." Grace activated the last network safeguards. "We are fully prepared," she said. "Our diplomats are safe, our mission succeeded, and the galaxy knows human intelligence is unmatched." Outside the station, the aggressive species fleets returned to their docks. The soldiers were silent, unsure how to react. The humans' quiet control had forced obedience and respect. Every council member understood that attacking human diplomats was impossible without total loss. Jack addressed the council one last time. "Humans come in peace, and we value diplomacy," he said. "But every diplomat is trained, prepared, and capable. We appear unarmed, but we are always ready. Respect diplomacy, or you will face consequences." This is the way of humans. The council members nodded, understanding the lesson. The aggressive species was humiliated, yet alive. They had learned restraint and respect. The humans had shown that intelligence, patience, and planning were stronger than any fleet or weapon. Jack looked at his team. "Our work here is done," he said. "The galaxy knows humans are clever, prepared, and never helpless. We will continue our missions, but this lesson will last for generations." Olivia checked the systems one final time. "Everything is secure," she said. "Our diplomats are safe, and the aggressive fleets cannot act without our knowledge." Ethan monitored the communications network. "The Council and all nearby species are aware of our capabilities," he said. "They will report back, and humans will be respected." Grace smiled. "They learned that appearances can be deceiving," she said. "Humans appear soft, but every diplomat is prepared to defend, control, and protect." Jack turned the ship toward home. "We have achieved our mission," he said. "Peaceful, controlled, and strong. Humans are not to be underestimated. This is the first lesson, but it will last." The galaxy slowly returned to normal. Fleets moved carefully, council members acted with respect, and the aggressive species recovered in silence. Everyone knew that humans were a force that could not be ignored. Diplomacy was their tool, but preparation, intelligence, and hidden strength were their real power. The human diplomats returned to Earth. Jack, Olivia, Ethan, and Grace were calm and proud. Their mission had succeeded without bloodshed. The galaxy had learned a powerful lesson. Humans were peaceful, but clever, prepared, and strong. Appearances could be deceiving, and even an unarmed diplomat could be the deadliest guardian. Stories of this event spread quietly. Other species spoke in whispers about the humans who arrived unarmed but controlled fleets, blocked weapons, and prevented war. Humans had taught a lesson that would last generations. Do not underestimate what you cannot see. Jack looked at the stars. Humans would continue to explore, trade, and protect. They would always be prepared, patient, and intelligent. The galaxy had seen their true strength, and every species would remember it. Humans had shown that diplomacy could be the greatest weapon. Calmness, patience, intelligence, and preparation could defeat aggression without a single shot fired. They had proven that appearing soft could hide true power. The galaxy had learned its lesson. Jack smiled slightly. "We came for peace," he said. "We leave with respect. Humans are always ready even when they appear unarmed, and that will never change." Olivia, Ethan, and Grace nodded. The human diplomats had succeeded. The council had learned respect, the aggressive species had learned caution, and the galaxy had learned a new truth. Humans were clever, prepared, and unstoppable when needed. And from that day on, no species would ever try to capture a human diplomat again. The lesson had been taught clearly, quietly, and forever. The humans had arrived unarmed, but the council had paid the price. The galaxy would remember the first lesson of human strength, patience, and intelligence. And the humans would continue their work, calm, prepared, and ready for anything that lay ahead. They will not attack diplomats again. They now understand the consequences of underestimating humans. Olivia, Ethan, and Grace nodded. The mission was successful. Humans had defended themselves, taught a lesson, and avoided unnecessary conflict. The galaxy had seen the true strength of human intelligence, planning, and patience. The council would talk about this event for years. Species that had underestimated humans would be cautious in the future.
The aggressive leader had learned the hardest way. Humans were not helpless.
Appearances could be deceiving, and calm, polite diplomats could carry hidden strength far beyond what anyone expected. Jack looked out at the stars. Humans were ready for anything, prepared for every challenge. Their power was not only in fleets or weapons, but in planning, observation, and control. The galaxy had learned that lesson. Humans were always ready even when they appeared unarmed, and every species would remember it. The humans' quiet power was now known across the council system. They had defended themselves, controlled technology, and shown restraint. Their diplomacy was not weakness, it was preparation. They had proven that intelligence, planning, and calm action were more powerful than fear, aggression, and weapons. And so, the human diplomats continued through the stars, calm, prepared, and ready. The galaxy would never again underestimate humans. Diplomacy, patience, and hidden strength had proven to be the greatest weapon of all. The galaxy was tense. The aggressive species had suffered a humiliating defeat without a single shot hitting the humans. Fleets were trapped, weapons disabled, and every movement controlled by human diplomats who appeared unarmed. Whispers spread across the council. Many species were shocked and afraid. The humans had shown that intelligence, planning, and hidden power could defeat aggression. Jack Turner looked at his team.